to get that point across. Let me tell you how to be more.
Do you think that generation is receptive?
That's why I said the grace. I think they are when they understand that they didn't do the best, and don't just say, "Well, I did the best I could." Understand that the best that you did wasn't good enough.
Right.
So let's make it better with the next generation.
Right.
And when that generation is able to take that in, it makes everything that much better.
Right. And each kid requires differently.
Yes.
The middle kids always require so much. Oh my God.
And my sister
So
was the
much.
middle kid.
Excuse me.
My sister was the middle kid.
So
I'm not
much.
sure what you're saying.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, my sister was the middle kid.
They require so
My
much.
sister requires so much.
Yes.
What did you say?
Very needy. Very
Yeah,
needy kids.
yeah, man.
The middle one.
She
the
ain't-
oldest is okay. The youngest is the middle one. That's
Yeah.
very needy.
Well, the
Unfortunately.
When you say
softest
needy, how
one
you
is the-
define the needy?
More attention. Everything
Yeah.
is about me. I don't
Yeah.
know if you got passed over because of the oldest one or the young. I don't know what it is, but it's always
probably because
attention.
you in the middle. So the oldest one got what they got. You thinking I get to be the baby now, and then here comes the baby. So that period of time that you get to be the baby, you ain't the baby. You got to grow up now because we got a real live baby. That could be
not
it. Life ain't fair,
Right.
but that don't mean it ain't
Take
great.
the good with the bad.
And
I think that we came
that's
out
probably what made
amazingly
you.
well.
We
I
didn't
was
say
gonna
that you didn't
but
come out
that's probably
amazing
why
well.
you came out the way that you did.
What does that mean?
Sometimes by you having the more rugged
Let me
childhood is why you are so good as an adult. So I can tell you this. My father's son, my mother, and he's not even my mother's child. He was pampered, he was coddled, he struggles. He's a liar, he full of
Enough.
I'm saying he has a lot of character flaws. But my mother coddled him. His mother coddled him. My pops
He's
wasn't
soft as
around
cotton.
to get. He's and I think my mother's tough love helped me be the guy that I am.
My father's tough love. Help me be the woman.
Not tough love.
I wish, but see me, I'm
Like I
look
like
just
I
like
love to
you.
like. Let me tell you, I can need a part from my car,
mhm.
and my father would send me to,
Go get
and I'm a
the part.
woman.
Yeah.
Get the part. I know
That's
how to
something
change
you
the
know.
air filter. I learned how to do that on my own.
Absolutely.
I learned how to do little stuff, mass airflow sensor. I put that on my car. I
Mhm.
YouTubed it. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that I want it to be that. Like I want, man, I want
You always
to be.
get what
Wants
you
and
want.
needs.
Gotta
I know, but
Gotcha.
I was the only girl. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
at some point, I wanted
that's right,
to
you are the
be.
only
Yes,
girl.
I was the only girl.
So in his eyes, you was a boy.
exactly.
You were a boy.
You were-
Or he just
You was
didn't
a
want you to
girl or a boy.
live. He didn't want you to live a life needing a man, wanting a man,
part too.
having a man, desiring a man.
But tell me
he
that.
also
But
wanted
tell
you
me
to be
that.
self-sufficient. I'm not
Have
gonna
you
say
asked
that.
him?
He wants you to be
Did
self-sufficient.
you ask him?
I've had conversations with my father. He was like, "Well, you doing well. You don't know what I'm
That's what
struggling
you trying
with."
to tell- no, no, no. That's what you trying to tell you.
Because look, you know
They
what
don't
I'm saying?
cater to emotions.
They don't.
We are
They don't.
screwed.
That's
No,
They don't.
They
They
don't. That's why our generation and our kids.
I said it all the time.
Because-
I want
and
one.
what's going on right now? Like I told y'all, it's a woman's world, right? What do you see? Who has the control over
we not
kids?
women.
It's women. So when you see these soft ass little boys out here, where do you think they getting it from? Because you pushed the man out of his life, either or he left for whatever reason he left, or he got
Or
pushed out of
somebody
his
was
life.
just a coward that wanted.
But that's what I'm saying. So his mother might have coddled him. My mother didn't coddle me. My mother kept it a G with me, 100% with me. When it came to my pops, my mama ain't sugarcoat nothing. My mama ain't even talk bad about the man, but she ain't sugarcoat nothing.
But nowadays,
Yeah,
what
I
we're
never
doing
did
is not sugarcoating it, but in their generation, they talked bad about, you know,
Right.
the other
Or did we
parent.
speak the truth? Were we talking
You can
bad?
speak the-
or
you
we
can speak the
truth
truth,
and not be
but
ugly?
like-
This lady was ugly when she talked about my father.
Did she,
You could
did she
just
lie?
Like,
I didn't
but
ask
the thing
you to
is-
lie or
Did
tell the
she- did
truth,
she-
but
did
you
she-
have to be ugly.
But guess what? Do you have any wonders about how your father are when you see, as an adult, as you see certain things, do questions come about, or you say, well, hell, my mama wasn't lying?
Was it the truth or was it a lie?
And I think
But
that's the
also-
thing.
but
Y'all
also-
want to be, y'all,
We
women
ain't trying
want
to be
to
their
be,
friends,
women
but-
want to be,
Don't like to hear the truth.
and that's the thing is,
Maybe
it's like,
that I don't like to hear the truth.
I
It's
just think, and I
Wait,
tell you
you
this
gotta
all
be
the
perfect
time.
timing?
It's timing
No.
or delivery. Like your delivery is ugly.
But guess what? Now that you older, you can talk like that. And now, when you talk to Chelsea,
why we don't.
Right? But when you talk to Chelsea,
Probably why we don't talk to our kids like that.
but so why do you think your kid? You have to tell your kid 12, 14 times versus 4 times? Because you keep trying to tell them something that's
Sugarcoating shit.
Yeah, you trying to tell them something that's sweet to their ears and telling them something that's hard as fuck.
Outside world,
sometimes
they gonna
you
hear it from
need-
somewhere else anyway.
Don't mean you always talk about shock value?
Yeah.
You be like, why you say it that way? Shock value. You'll never forget when somebody told you something that caused you to change something and kind of shook your world up versus somebody telling you something that sound like sweet nothings. You don't have to fluff me.
Right.
Give it to me in the raw.
Right.
And you learn to respect the raw the older you get. And I think that's the problem because,
Right.
again, we're looking at the next 2 years. Back then, they were teaching you how to live life.
Right.
Or at least how to survive.
Right.
Right now, you gotta think, a lot of kids
It's year by
that's in the
year.
teens, they don't even expect to get 30, 40, 50, 60. That's why they don't plan for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when they was hitting all these scams, all these licks, they
That's why
was
they
blowing
so
the money because they
reckless.
saying, I don't know if I'm
like
gonna be
a
there.
good scam though.
Don't start.
Okay, all right.
But I'm telling you, though,
All right.
like,
Oh, wow.
I think, so, in my opinion, a person who's like the person that you talk about, you have to go and ask questions and be prepared to hear whatever you hear. You can't be combative. You just gotta listen to whatever you want to hear. You gotta go in and you gotta ask the questions. And I'm saying,
And I think that they, you know, like she said, I'm a better grandparent. 1 year older. You're 1 year,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You learned that.
Right.
And it's not about being soft, but just like you said, these are your grandkids. It's nothing like the love of your grandkids.
Right.
Like didn't give, like you love your kids so much, but I see the difference in my father and my mother when it comes to my son. You
Right.
know, like, and
We're getting a do-over.
yeah.
So the mistakes we
So
made
like
with you
that.
all, we're not making them
yeah.
with the kids.
Yeah. So
I ain't
I
trying to
like
make
that.
them as a parent. That's
Yeah.
my thing. I don't know about nobody else.
But we
I'm
making
selfish.
them
Nah,
because
I'm selfish. I'm
Right.
trying to tell you, I'm selfish as hell.
Yeah, you trying to get ahead of the game.
So
I get
right,
it.
because the next
I'm with
generation
you.
supposed to
Yeah.
be better than the next generation. So
Right.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
my mama say, you went to college, you know, he got to go get his graduate's degree. His mama got a master's, so he got to do something else. I wouldn't mind if he become an entrepreneur, but I'm gonna always push you to be better than what I was in
And I
everything
think
in life.
Yeah.
So
and we
I
learned
don't
the
have
blueprint.
time for that. I don't have time to wait until I'm a grandparent to be better. Hell no, because it ain't promised.
But
So-
that's we're not doing that, right? You know what I'm saying?
to
Like,
a certain degrry, because what I'm saying is,
I mean,
when we come to the soft thing, when we come to how we want to make sure our kids don't hate us, I don't care if you hate me as a
Right.
teenager.
You'll love me later.
I want you to
we
love me
all,
when
let me
I'm
be
older.
real. We all went through that stage of not liking our
Nah,
parents.
you just pissed me off. I never tell you I hate
No,
my mom.
not hate, but
Nah,
you
but some of
didn't
these
like.
parents-
You
but
didn't
they-
like
they
what
didn't
they
like.
said.
I knew
Some of
what
these
you
Yeah,
meant.
not no
parents-
hate,
but what I'm
but you
saying,
didn't like.
some of these
Some
people,
Because we
some of
all
these
went through that
parents-
stage. We know better than what our parents
They
know.
just
We
being too
all
strict.
did.
They don't
You
understand times is
But,
changing.
but when we
They
got to
not
our
in-
20s,
Yeah.
y'all understand. At 18, we went to college. We struggled. Y'all didn't go to college, you know. And I said, y'all generation, some didn't.
Right.
I was the first generation.
Right.
My
Yeah.
daddy told me what you need to go.
Yeah.
You can go get a
Right.
blue collar job.
Right.
Now we know the blueprint of
Hey,
F them
okay.
loans.
Dang,
What
we
you
all were
get?
first generation. We really
F them
are.
loans.
And
But
only
then we
reason why I
struggle with
stayed-
that.
Only reason why I stayed because of my mom. I had figured it out.
Nigga, won't
I
pay you.
can. No, it wasn't one for me. I can. Let me look long term. I can make the money I need to make right now. Let them pay for me to go to school, and I can stack. My mama wasn't hearing that though. My mama like, no, you need to go to college because she was told that if you go to college, you get a good job.
And look,
Hey,
Reason why-
you know what, honey?
we
Y'all
all
had-
But you know what? I will give my
Y'all had
mom
a
credit.
trade
My
school.
mom didn't tell me.
Y'all had more trade stuff in high school.
My
My mom
father said
didn't
that
push me to go to
said-
college. I say that.
You know,
She did not.
and I
My
can
daddy
see why,
did.
because
Yeah.
your mama was already on hustling on that term.
Yeah.
My mom just thought that
My
that
father
was
did.
better.
He
And I'm telling you, if my pops,
Right.
if I had a man in the house, I'm talking about in the house. Had I had a man in the house, I guarantee you it would have been. No, he don't necessarily. Because most men was telling you, you don't need to go to college. You need to go get a trade.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
they understood the union. They understood that trades are forever. You can't take my certificate away from me. And that's something like
And
me
that's
right
a lot
now.
what we not seeing
Man,
in our
because
generation.
because he got taken out of schools by design.
Yeah.
So I just think I think you all have a great dynamic. I think you all have to. I like advocate for y'all to talk more. I get on your back a lot about.
I would like for my whole
T-Pop.
family to go to therapy. From my mother to me, my daughter, and my grandkids. I would like for all 4 generations to literally go to therapy.
You heard that?
Oh my God. I never
We
thought I'd
need it.
hear you say that.
We need
Yeah,
it.
she been in therapy for how long? How long you been in therapy?
Man,
Psycho.
my therapist be trying to kick
Watch
me
it.
out.
How come?
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
That therapist tried to break up.
He
with
be trying to break on me all the time. I be like, no, you're not going nowhere. I treat him like a broke baby daddy. You ain't going
Goes
nowhere.
back to the attention that's needed.
No,
Yeah.
I just know
You got
that
two
I'm not.
therapists.
I know that I'm not perfect, and I know that there's work that needs to be done.
Mhm.
We all are.
So I want to stay there because at any given moment you just don't know. Now we reduced the amount of sessions, but you ain't going nowhere. We here. We're locked in.
All right.
Ma, I'm so shocked to hear you say
Yeah,
that.
we need it.
Oh man.
So-
Yeah.
Woo.
So what?
Hey man, I love
I'm gonna
this.
start this way. So what can you take?
Right, 'cause you be talking with mama.
Because it's your show. Let you tell it.
You bring your show, right?
Because you gonna close us out.
Oh, always.
Oh, what is something that you think is needed for mothers to evolve from today? What's something that you think is needed?
Come back to me.
Come back.
You mean like what we need for new moms,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah. What?
like advice for new moms? Like what do you mean?
So me, I think if I'm looking at women
Mom's
today, I
support.
think you all need. I think you all need to get back to the basics of having conversations with your parents, with your mothers. I think
Okay.
you
I
all
agree.
need to start learning more from your mothers.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What do you think is needed for women to evolve into being better mothers? If you want to say better,
Support.
okay.
When I say support, that's in the household, but that's also outside of the household. Because if I don't have that, it may be times that I may not want to get up. But I have that support system from, my friends. I may not want to go tell my mom everything that has happened, right?
Mhm.
But I got that support system that, I've learned, a friend that's been a mother longer than me. Well, my kid went through this X, Y, Z. Try it this way.
I
And
like
a lot of the times we don't have that, and it's just like, really? Oh, I didn't think that. But you have to be open to talk to your friends. Like, I'm struggling with this.
Right.
The back talking, the this and that, and try it this way. I went through that stage with my kid, and
Right.
and
but
that's what
still, I like what he said. It goes back to your mom. If you go back to your mom and tell her, she gonna say, you was the same way and this is what I did for you. Still start back. Go back to
I
your
agree
mother
that, but
or grandmother together.
but we making a list. We saying mom, we saying support from the friends,
Right.
because we're in a new era.
Right.
Mhm.
We're in a new era. We learning. If you've had that mom that a new mom, like I may talk to my niece differently than I may talk to Chanel, like because her baby is in a new era, and you always want. You don't want nobody to go through if your situation is not the best. You never want that further. You don't want that on your worst enemy.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And while you're in your your emotions as a mom, you're struggling with. I got X, Y, and Z. I'm emotional. I'm unhealed. I'm mentally drained. I'm mentally frustrated. I'm sexually frustrated. Whatever the case may be,
Right.
and then I got to still show up and do
Yeah.
20 things for this kid,
Right.
because at the end of the day, this is what I brought into this world,
Absolutely.
right? You know
And
what I'm
it's
saying?
all,
So
it's all gonna pay off.
it's gonna pay off. But at some point, I'm grateful for the support that I have. Do I feel like I need more support? Yes. And I'm learning to be voicious on that. And that comes that part.
that.
But as a mom that I don't like to ask for help.
Right.
But I'm learning
Right.
that I'm going outside of my friends for that. Whether that's their husbands, whether that's their brothers, whether that's somebody that I have to, lean on. And I'm learning that.
Yeah.
But that's part of my growth.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Mom, what is something you think that, what was the question?
That we
That we need more of?
as we all.
Go back to old school. If you go back old school, look at it. Pull up. You Google everything. Google it. Google the crime rate. Google who was committing the crimes back in the day versus now. It's kids. Kids should not be running. Kids run households now. They tell parents what they're going to do. Go back old school. You can't lose. It worked for me. It worked for you. It's proof. Don't change. Don't change. Plant a tree how you want it to grow. You want it to grow this way and it come out like this. That's how.
That's a bar. That's
That's
a
it.
bar.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, well,
Your kid is not always with you. Your kid needs to be in a capacity that when they're not with you, anybody can tell them something. I can go up and say, "Stop! Don't do that." I don't want nobody saying you black. They shouldn't be cussing at me. I'm an adult.
I
Be
found myself
respectful.
doing that now with kids.
No, that's how they are because they're not.
oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I
I'll
found myself,
correct
and I was
somebody's
like,
kid in a
and that's
minute.
like, and that's
Right.
my dog
But you
gets to that
shouldn't-
auntie
but
thing,
you
like,
shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't.
You're right.
They don't have no
Yes, you did.
respect.
Exactly.
Yeah,
In old school, you couldn't say.
You couldn't say
I
that.
can't say L'Oreal. It's Miss L'Oreal. Stop.
And the
Check
crazy
'em.
thing is,
Don't
That's
say
what I'm doing with
L'Oreal. It's Miss L'Oreal for you. There is no Miss or Mister
Let me tell you.
anymore. That's
His-
gone. You
his-
gotta go back old school. That's the only way it's gonna change.
it just happened, and that's what
Love
we're teaching our
it.
sons. Well, in this basketball world, it ain't what you call her. It's Miss.
That's right.
Somebody just came and said something about his mom, and I was like, "What you call her?"
Right.
He said it for her nurse name.
But
Well,
you
he was like,
check 'em. His
but-
mother should already had that.
She wasn't there. So I'm
No,
telling you.
But if she didn't
said
steal
that
it,
she would've.
Yeah.
She would've.
It's gonna be all.
No,
it's
that's
gonna
not what
carry
I'm
over.
saying.
Right.
It's
She
gonna carry
said
over.
had she raised him that way,
Yeah.
he would automatically
Yeah.
do it.
When they're not in
They're
your
not.
presence, they should react the same
Yeah,
way
yeah.
with you around versus
Yeah.
you without.
And that's
Because they
their
got
manners.
teachers, they
Yeah.
got parents. It's other people they're gonna run into in the street.
Yeah.
You can't talk to people
Yeah.
any kind of way. Address them in a certain way. This is Miss L'Oreal to you. Hey, L'Oreal. You ain't L'Oreal's friend? You ain't wrong.
It's always been Miss.
Miss, Mister, yes, no,
Yes.
please, thank you. All of that's gone out the window. I don't know when the last time somebody said thank you and give. That's my pet peeve.
My kids say
Tell my
thanks to
kids,
everything.
stop. Because she was just finna take it. I got her back, MC Cataract.
The one thing I'll say I think that we need is understanding. And the reason why I say understanding is because you're 1,000% right. The blueprint has been laid out for us. The things that y'all did. I think that we are so scarred from some of the things that we experienced. We're trying to avoid those things. But you're right. Take the blueprint, roll with the
Tweak it.
blueprint,
Tweak it a little bit.
But
Tweak it
see
a little
that, and I'm 1,000% agreeing with that. And I like
I
that
can
you
tweak
said
that.
tweak it. With the tweaking, be understanding. Like again, because we're trying to try a new model. When the first neons came out, everybody got them right.
Yeah,
But
I had
they
one.
need-
It was terrible.
I know.
What was the first neons?
The Dodge
The
neons.
car.
Oh, okay. I thought-
But then they need a whole bunch of tweaking after that. You understand what I'm saying? The point I'm making is, you wanna kind of be understanding and give people room to grow. I don't think that the people are without correction by any means. If you see L'Oreal doing something, you see me doing something, definitely say it. Hey, But I think that the delivery sometimes is
So big.
bad. But the point is, be understanding. Oh, I see that she's trying to do this. All right, cool. I'm gonna tell her when she's done with that. Hey,
Because the
that
blueprint-
might not work.
The
That you
blueprint was
gotta.
paid for y'all, right? But then y'all tweak whatever y'all wanted
Just
to
a
add
little
to
though.
it.
See, with y'all getting tweak and change different. Tweak means small little details. You might want to
Adjustments versus
the whole
scratching the whole
game.
situation.
Right.
So no, I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm happy that we did have this conversation. I think we do need to have more healthy conversations like this. I want to dedicate at least
Bring the
one
single moms, the
episode.
dads.
Well, we next. That's Father's Day. Don't nobody care about Father's Day.
That's a lie.
I'm Father's Day too. I'm Father's Day too, bro.
But I do think that I personally want to have more healthy conversations like this, because one thing that Gibbs did bring up is that we talk a lot about the problem, but we don't come up with more solutions. And I think especially, you all, like I say, y'all have a community. We as men, we don't have a community as much. And I think that's why we have so many issues with accountability. I think we have so many issues with group economics, because those were things that men enforced. We went back and we got, feedback from women, because we know women are better organizers than men, but we went away from that. Our generation went away from that, and I think even as men, if you want to complain about women don't respect black men and this, that, and the third, and we're not even going through as much as our grandparents went through, we dropped the ball somewhere. We gave in somewhere. We got to a point where we just said we give up without speaking the words that we give up. And I think we do have to do a better choice than that. Even when it comes to our friends, our business relationships and things like that, we have to do better. And I'm learning from you all. So I'm with her. That blueprint is there. The blueprint is always, if you've never built a house before, you don't go saying I'm finna build a house without looking at the blueprints. You go look at the blueprint and how you want your house, your foundation is still set on the blueprint. So I thank you all.
for being my blueprint, Mom.
Yeah, I thank you all for coming.
I love Mama Gifts.
Yeah,
You love Mama Gifts?
And this is
she the
settled
best.
with
I just want to let you know
Gifts.
she the best.
She's a vibe.
She is.
She's so
She
much
is.
better than Gifts.
Excuse me?
Gifts, go ahead and close this out.
No, but what that means? She's so much better than me.
He said what he said.
What I said,
gonna change
and you
it.
know this.
He entitled to his opinion and he's
And
right.
she amazing.
Your whole swag,
wanna be here without
your
her
whole
friends,
swag,
so
you
I
get
gotta,
from your
you know.
mama. Your whole vibration.
Thank y'all for coming today. Okay.
Your whole vibration.
Do me a favor.
If you ever want to get close to God outside of yourself, go sit, have a conversation, study, read into black women, and I guarantee you, your relationship with God will be that much greater. Y'all have a blessed day.
I'd have did it better, but it's okay.
You trash.
Not trash.
You trash.
Thank y'all for coming today. First, thank you, Mom. I
I had a
appreciate
headache,
you
too.
for.
And you don't.
You don't hear me trying to. I'm talking to my mama though.
She the reason why my headache has dimmed down.
Well, you should have said that on your time,
This is my
cause
time.
this is my time.
You can't.
I want to dedicate this to my mama.
You gonna move?
Thank you so. You gonna be quiet while I talk or not?
Go ahead.
Mom, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your story, sharing your feelings, giving us a blueprint, being the model that we needed. So I appreciate you. Thank you, Lori, for sharing, even if it wasn't easy for you. I know you're super private. So thank you for coming out your shell. I appreciate you. And you just, thank you for being here today. So, yeah.
So, any last thoughts from you guys?
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all will be back.
No, probably
This
not.
part, you know,
Oh,
I'll definitely be back. I'm sure he would have me back.
mother.
I mean,
Mama, yes. Hey.
Mama, yeah. Hey, mama, yeah.
Go, Bill.
Mama, yeah.